Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa for those who are new here, and thank you so much for watching. In today's video, as you see by the title, I am using a full face of NYX products which I create this look with, and I let you know my thoughts on some products that I've been testing as well as first impressions on some new NYX products that I have recently purchased in a Target haul, which I have hauled in a vlog which you'll see pretty soon, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. And if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so zoom you guys in. As you can see, it's kind of like semi-natural lighting. I have the ceiling light on. If I turn it off, it'll be a little dark, so just keep that in mind. It's like a little yellow. But on this side, it's definitely natural lighting. But first I'm gonna go in with the NYX Plump Right Back Plumping Stirring Serum Primer. And this is a plumping primer. This is not brand new to me. I've tried it on a couple of times, and it's a very gel-like consistency, and it's very clear, and it is definitely moisturizing. I like to bring it all the way up to under my eyes to pump it up. My skincare has been on for 4 hours, 5 hours at least, and so this would be good for like those situations where I'm not wearing makeup during the day and then I need to like put on some makeup either for filming or going out, and I think this would be a great way to like rehydrate my skin. And so I'm still kind of testing it out and figuring it out. It definitely is a lot more like tacky feeling, but I definitely feel like it's very hydrating. It does give a little, I feel like a little bit of a glow. But yeah, as you can see, there is like a little bit of a glow, but like I said, it does really feels like tacky, you can kind of see. And I know it's pretty popular, a lot of people are liking it, and so I'm still trying to figure out my thoughts on it. To me, I think with my makeup style, I'm not 100% sure it's good for me, because I feel like, yeah, a person who has foundation or wears foundation, this makes sense because I feel like that tacky feeling will help stick the foundation. Now, I'm not sure if maybe that it also is the case for when you're not really having a lot of like base products like foundation and concealer, and then like your other products can actually stick to it. Again, still figuring that out, but I definitely like how hydrating it feels and how glowy it makes my skin. It definitely revitalized it, so I'll probably give more of an update in speed reviews. And then for concealer, so yeah, speaking of foundation, yeah, I don't really wear foundation, and I didn't want to, I don't know, when I was looking at the NYX stand at Target, I didn't really see a whole lot of foundation except for like powder foundation. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I just wasn't like inspired to I don't know, it just wasn't it for me, so I skipped the foundation. But I am going to go in with concealer with the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, and that is in the shade Beige, and I really like this stuff. I like it a lot. It comes, of course, in a pump. I just do like a little bit, and then I just do one like pump, barely, if any, you know, and then I just take finger and I just kind of go right there, and go around, just kind of like go into areas that I need some help. This little fun guy showed up yesterday, which I'm not 100% happy with, and it's probably just the aftermath of I've changed some of my medications, as well as like with the move and not eating the healthiest, and this is my body like getting rid of everything. So we will see how well this covers. I really love this concealer's formula. I'm still on the fence on if I like the pump aspect or not of it. I think for me it's fine because I kind of use I just spot conceal, and so I can just dab it on. However, I feel like that could get a little messy, and so the doe foot would be beneficial. I think it's okay. Like, it's not my favorite. As you can see, it blended out super easily, and it covered a lot. Like, here's, oh, it's kind of covered, but here's like not really blended out and not covered to covered, and it was quick and covered that spot like okay. Again, when I may need to add more. It definitely dyed it down, like dimmed down the redness, but definitely might need a little more. So here it is, like kind of blended out with like one pump and one layer. As you can see, it covered my dark circles really well, and it definitely, I feel like it brightened like a whole lot. And this shade is actually really, really close to my skin tone. It seems like it's a little dark in the bottle, but it actually is very close to my skin tone once it is blended out, as you can see. Yeah, I really enjoy that concealer, and it's definitely becoming one of my faves. I'm gonna pump out just like a little bit, and I'm gonna put some more onto that lovely mountain that's near my lip, just to cover it up a little bit more. See, that's all it needed. That's all it needed. And I'm gonna put the rest on my lids to prime. Yeah, NYX is definitely top 5 of favorite makeup brands for me. I definitely go for more drugstore brands than high-end. Like, don't get me wrong, I do have some high-end products in my collection, but for the majority of it is drugstore. And that's honestly, the drugstore's products are definitely catch my interest more, honestly, because of dupes and the fact that it's just more into my price point currently. Every now and then I'll splurge and get something like what I did for the wedding, but other than that, like, drugstore is where it's at. But here's that all kind of blended out. Okay, now for bronzer, I'm gonna go into a favorite of mine, which is the NYX Wonder Stick. It's a dual-ended bronzer and highlighter duo, and I have it in the shade Universal Light, and I'm gonna go in and sculpt the face. I absolutely adore this bronzer. I love the packaging it's in. I'm learning that I'm liking creams in a stick form instead of pot. Didn't do that well. I normally don't contour my nose, but I'm just kind of playing with makeup today. I don't have really anywhere to be. And I'll go under. This stuff is very, very creamy. And of course I'll link everything down below with like pricing and stuff. You'll have all that because I don't honestly remember. And I don't know where my phone is. So there's that. But this stuff is wonderful. I love the tone of it. And I could just go in with my e.l.f. sculpting face brush and just kind of blend everything out. This stuff blends so easily and so nicely, and it's a great product. It's quick and easy. For me, it's like the biggest thing is definitely like the tone of it is just great for my skin tone. And see, like I just like that's very like a harsh contour, which some people I know like. You just blend it out a little bit more and then it's good to go. This is definitely one's like I was interested in it because I wanted to try like a stick form. I have like that Undone Beauty bronzer, but I wanted a different tone. Now I think it's the setting that's on my camera, but this definitely looks a lot more red tone in the viewfinder, but in person it's actually just very, very neutral and just it's just contouring the face. Like, look how easily that forehead portion just blended out. Like, absolutely recommend. Like, this is 100% my favorite cream bronzer currently. And I just feel like it sculpts my face so well. This side might be looking a little harsh, but I think it's just the way I blended it. But yeah, that's what it looked like. The other thing too is that this I feel lasts a long time if I don't, even with or without like powdered bronzer on top. I feel like this lasts a very long time. I'm gonna do my nose. See, I already have like a small nose. I kind of messed that up. Oh well, Very just plain, and I don't normally contour my nose, but I'll fix that later. Yeah, I have a small nose, so it's like I don't need to, at least in my opinion, need to contour it. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go on to the other side, which is the highlight side. Now, I don't love this as much as I love the bronzer side. And to me, it seems like it ends up, if I just draw it on, it doesn't blend out as well. So I end up just going in and just kind of using a brush and just picking up some product and then putting it on, because it ends up being like way too much when I draw it on and then it doesn't blend out. But this one is definitely a lot more icy than what I'm used to, but I still feel like it's beautiful and it gives like a beautiful glow without emphasizing too much texture. Now luckily I'm blessed with not a whole lot of texture, and on top of it, with that plumping primer, I feel like my skin is definitely hydrated, so it just helps with that as well. And also too, like these things come with a ton of product, like it's a ton of product. I'm trying to make sure I am in focus. And I'm also doing something a little different where I go in with my highlighter first and then my blush. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Okay, so just kind of adjust you guys a little bit, but that's what the cream bronzer and highlight on. As you can see, my face looks really glowy and bronzy, and I feel like it sculpted out my cheeks really well. Gosh, this lighting is not the best, but I'm doing my best, guys. Oh, I need to blend out that a little bit more. I am gonna have to like shoot a couple of videos in here, so I'm gonna try and like play around to see where I can get the best lighting so you can actually see, because I do have some like testing videos kind of coming up. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of blend all of that together. Yeah, I really like that product, and I think it's so easy. When I took it with me to Mexico, it was easy use, no complaints. Like it was, and it's small and compact, and the fact it's like a 2-in-1, it just adds to that, you know, ease when it comes to traveling. So on to blush. Now I am kind of taking a risk here, but I got the blush version of the Wonder Stick, and it is in the shade Bright Amber and Fuchsia. Now I think this is for deeper skin tones, but I usually can do darker blushes or brighter blushes. I can usually handle it. I just want to go in with a lighter hand and slowly build it up, but we will see. Now the other thing with these Wonder Sticks is that actually they advertise, they market it to have you use the darker one to kind of sculpt, and then the lighter one for the apples of your cheeks. So let's just see. Here is the stick. Okay, so here is, I think, the fuchsia side. Yeah, here's the fuchsia side. So it's definitely a berry color. Yeah, that's bright berry. Very creamy, feels just like the bronzer. And then here is bright amber. So very, very, very bright. Now, I don't really have anywhere to go, and I'm gonna go in with this. I am definitely gonna go in and not do the draw on, just because I know these are for darker skin tones and I don't wanna turn into a clown. So I'm actually going to use their method, but I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. putty brush. Yeah. Putty primer applicator, which is great for cream, bronzer, and blush. And I'm just gonna put like, oh, that might have been too much, honestly. And I'm gonna kind of go what they were saying and try to sculpt a little bit. So I'm gonna put this a little bit further back here. Yeah, this is, ooh. Uh-oh. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, it's definitely looking a lot brighter on camera. I'm bringing it up. gonna go with leftover on this side. I may need to add a little more. But I think that's a really bright, pretty color. Like if I like kind of blend it out on here, like with the swatch, definitely easily blends, as you can see. It actually blends a fair decent amount. I'm not mad at it. I wasn't going for a super blushy look today. The formula I really like. I think if when the lighter shade comes into stock, I will definitely pick it up. But for now, this one will do. Maybe with the orange, it'll kind of tone it down a little bit. And I know that some people are wearing their blushes a lot higher now, so I'm trying all kinds of things today. I actually don't mind that. Like, I like that. I mean, you let me know what you think. Like, do you think this looks too much? I mean, in order to like kind of, let's see, I think that side looks much better than obviously this side, because this side has like a lot. So I'm actually gonna go in with my concealer brush and kind of tone this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in my bronzer brush to kind of just blend. You'll see like on this side there's not like a whole lot, so I'm just gonna do like a tiny amount. Like I'm talking like a tiny amount, like, okay. Just to make sure it's all, yeah, that is super creamy and it's very, very opaque, and so that'll go real far. So that's the first one. That is fuchsia, and then I'm gonna flip it over and go into bright amber, and we're gonna do like little dot. And then we're gonna go more on the apples of the cheeks. Yeah, I like that combo. I really do. I like that. See, like if you go into like a lighter hand, it looks like a little more wearable. So I definitely feel like if you are like around my skin tone, I think you can definitely do it. Oh, I think I put more on this side than I did the other. We'll see. Hold on. That's another reason why I like this brush for products like this, because it will blend. And I'm kind of going over the highlight too, because that highlight will peek through, as you can kind of see that it will actually peek through. So I'm not really totally worried about it. So that's the blush on me with both combos of the fuchsia and the bright amber is the name. I'm gonna actually take whatever's left on their brush and kind of put it up here to kind of balance everything out. So yeah, let me know what you think. I really like it. I think also on their own will be really pretty, and then I'm gonna keep testing and seeing how I feel like with them on their own. But I definitely feel like if I go with like a light hand, it actually can turn out really pretty. It definitely goes into like that sunburn look. However, I think once I put like powder on, it'll kind of die down a little bit, which is fine because that's what I'm kind of going for. So yeah, I really like this. I think this is a great combo. I definitely know in the summer months and when I'm a little more tan, it might be a little harder when I lose my tan from the summer, but I think it'll be okay. I just have to go with light hand, blend it out, and I think it'll be really pretty, especially like that bright amber for like a pumpkin spice or pumpkin-y kind of makeup look would be really pretty. And then like in the winter with that fuchsia, I think for like holiday, I think that'd be super pretty. And of course bronzer and highlight. This is like such a great combination. And again, the stick packaging is really easy to use. I really enjoy it, and I'm definitely going to be buying the lighter shade of this because I think I'll be able to use that a lot more. But I think these are great, and I think the formula is fantastic. So This is all first, well, this is first impression, this is not, but based off my first impression, highly recommend. So speaking of powder, so I was looking at, didn't want to do foundation, but I wanted to do a powder. However, I didn't want to do like a super dark tan powder. I didn't want to do a very mattifying powder, and then I didn't want a press. I was just like not into the powders for whatever reasons. I know the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder foundation, right? I think that's the powder foundation. I know that's pretty popular, but I was kind of concerned with the whole mattifying thing. And I was just like, I don't know. And then also too, I'm not really into pressed powders right now. I've been using like the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I've been using my Bare Minerals powder foundation, like the original. And I'm just liking how I'm like, I don't know, I'm just like using those. And so I ended up getting the NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. And I got it in the shade light / medium. And because I think this will be a good match for when I am a little, like when I'm losing my tan, but also like I'm not completely fair. So, and I think it also match my skin tone really well. I know I just said, Marissa, didn't you? We're not going for a matte, and this is, okay, well, hear me out. Well, I do love more of like a glowy complexion. However, the other day I was just wanting a quick, easy look, and I end up using like all glowy products. And so and then I used like the Halo Glow setting powder, and I ended up looking like the Tin Man. And so I was like, okay, well, and I didn't want to do the Bare Minerals foundation because I didn't want anything really like heavy, and also I'm like starting to lose my tan, so that is actually starting to get too dark for me. And so I was like, well, what if I need to get something that, and I want to try something where it's like kind of like the Halo Glow, where it's a quick finishing powder and it'll set everything and help everything last, but maybe in a matte version. And that's why I didn't want to do the pressed powder, because I didn't want it to be too heavy, and where I can, the way I like to apply my powder is definitely a little bit more light-handed with a fluffier brush. Actually, this is the brush I like to use, which is from BH Cosmetics. It's like their Pool collection. It's the #1 brush. So very, very fluffy. And so that's why I ended up getting this one. And let's see how it is. Okay, so it's got the little sticker on it, so that's not gone. Then it has like just the holes in it. And then what I'm gonna do is just gonna dump some. I just like to dump. Oh, that's like a lot. Oh, okay. And then what I like to do is I like to just swirl. Okay, really powdery. And then swirl on the lid. About the excess. And then I'll go in and I'll start kind of like just lightly going over everything. Wow, that just hit down like the glowiness, but like you still see like the highlight. Wow, that was really easy. And as you can see, it kind of toned down the color of the blush as well. I feel like there's like a little bit of coverage because like the freckles here like seem to be a little bit more toned down, but not like completely covered. Wow, that was like super easy. And like up close, I can see it like filled in my pores really good. Wow, I like that. This almost definitely feels like the Bare Minerals one a little bit, but I feel like this matches my skin tone a lot better. Yeah, it kind of blurred a little bit. That was interesting. But I feel like, yeah, like the highlight still coming through, and but like it doesn't, like I don't feel like sticky, but it didn't take away from like the cream products that I put. Wow, I like that. And I'm usually not into like mattes, but I feel like I look balanced. Like I don't look like a grease ball, but I also don't look like I don't want to say cake face, but I also don't want to look, I don't like looking too matte. I like that. And it feels like so soft on my face. Yeah, like I feel really soft on my face. Actually, I'm gonna go into a fluffier brush and set my under eyes. Now I'm concerned this might look too heavy for my under eyes, like it might darken them. Oh wow, look at that. You can see the difference, like how shiny this one is and then how dulled down that one is. Wow. Okay. Okay, NYX. All right. Now, to be fair, I'm not using like a whole lot, and I'm also not using really, really dense brushes. I'm like using very fluffy brushes, and I'm not packing everything on. So that's like, I don't end up using a whole lot of product, but you can tell the difference now, like how much, like this definitely looked a lot shinier in it. It toned it down a lot. Wow. I really like that powder. I'm really happy about that powder. That's gonna be great. And actually, even though like it's already August, the heat and humidity lasts a very, 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 very long time. So that'll, shoot, I needed that over the summer on some of my like shoots and stuff I had to do. Yeah, I'm really liking my base right now. It's not like over the top, but it feels like I look put together. Wow, I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, I don't have any powder, bronzer, highlighter, or blush. I'm just gonna stick with the cream products for right now. So we're gonna move on to brows. Now, brows is a category from NYX where I am a huge fan of, and I have a lot of products from. However, I did get a new product that I'm wanting to try, as well as like use a combo of the products I already love. Now, so typically I use the NYX Brow Glue. You've seen me use this on my channel numerous times if you're a consistent viewer, and I love this stuff. I feel like it keeps my brows up and the hair is kind of separated, so you give that like, you get that like kind of bushy brow look. And then I also have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. This has been a favorite for a few years now, and it's one that I will continue to repurchase. It's not really expensive. You get a decent amount of product. You get a very, very small, fine pencil. So it's easy to do brush strokes and fill it in. It comes with a spoolie on the side. Like, need I say more? On the other side, need I say more? It's fantastic. I also have the NYX Professional Makeup Lift and Snatch Brow Tip Pen in the shade Ash Brown. A great pen for when I want really, really sharp and precise brush strokes and have it to make it look like actual hairs that I'm adding, because as you can see, I don't have the thickest brows, I don't have the fullest brows, so I definitely like this for when I'm doing special occasion, photo shoots, filming. I definitely add this a lot. I don't really use a lot in my everyday, and when I do, I love my brows and how they look. But the other day when I went to Target, I purchased the NYX Professional Thick It Stick It Brow Mascara, and I got it in cool ash brown. They didn't have just normal ash brown, and sorry, you hear my in-laws in the background. So, get this to open. So I haven't really used tinted brow gels before. I got the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and honestly, I'm not really loving it. I feel like it fills them in okay. Like, I think it's great for if I just need to run out the door and I'm not, like, I don't care that day or whatever. I don't feel like it holds my brow hairs that well. I know a lot of people say it does, but for mine, they flop. Like, I don't even finish my makeup and they start going down, and it's not like I'm not like brushing up to get them to, Milo's here, and it's not like I'm brushing them down when I apply it. I am like brushing them up and trying to get them look more lifted, where, you know, in turn I look more awake. And they just dropped like before I finish my makeup, so I'm not really ecstatic about that one. But I wanted to try this, hoping that it's like the NYX Brow Glue, but just with a tint. Like, that would be awesome. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and try this out. Let's see. Okay, so it's like a big wand. We'll see how this goes. And then I tried cool ash brown because I didn't have regular ash brown. Definitely feels thicker like the brow glue. But I definitely see like the tint. Wow. Seeing on camera, that looks amazing. And you saw how quickly that was. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot like the brow glue. Look at the difference. Like that looks, what? And that took like nothing. Probably shouldn't have dipped this again, but we'll see. Like I don't even feel like I need to fill them in. I probably need to go in with like a clean spoolie to clean up that front portion, but what? Like this one looks obviously better than this one, but I think this one doesn't have as many hairs, so I'm just gonna keep going. Like, that's amazing. Oh man, elf brow, wow brow, who? Like, what? Like, that looks, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Obviously I'm not done, I'm gonna like shape them a little bit more, but the fact that, yeah, I definitely feel like this is like the brow glue with a tint for sure. Oh man, yay! Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm gonna use that every day now, because if that's all it's gonna take, shoot. And they like, it's definitely a glue, so if that's not like your style, like it's they're staying up and they're not moving. Like that's how I feel. But I definitely feel like this side doesn't look as good. Oh, Milo's come to join us. This brow always gives me so much trouble. Like, to be fair, I am so happy with that. Wow. I'm excited. Now I'm gonna kind of shape them a little bit, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, they look crazy right now, so I'm gonna shape them a little bit. So I'm gonna shape them and I will be right back. So you know, you just have like good brow days and bad brow days. Well, this one is just having a bad brow days, but I loved how quickly that filled, like this product filled it in. Like, oh my, I'm so excited. And the fact that it's like matches my hair color perfectly, like I'm so excited to have that product. I'm so glad I bought that. And that's just based on first impression. I'm just like, I'm gonna probably use this every day now. Okay, now that brows are done, we're gonna go into eyes. Now, I do have the NYX Ultimate eyeshadow, which is the color one, which is the, which one is this called? Brights. So this is the Brights one. And I don't know, today I'm not really feeling color, but if you want to know more about my thoughts about this particular eyeshadow, if you're interested to know my thoughts about this palette, I did a 5 days, 1 week video on it. I can link that up in the eye and down below if you're interested. But I'm thinking I'm not going to do any colors today, and I don't have any other NYX eyeshadow palettes. I'm actually going to go in and just do like a winged liner, because I'm going to do a bold lip with this look. And I don't think I colorful. It's not what I envisioned. Anyways, I got 2 eyeliners, and the first one is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eye and Body Liquid Eyeliner, and I got it in the shade brown. I actually don't have a brown liquid eyeliner, I only have a black, and I thought it would be interesting to test that out. And also, this is a different kind of applicator than what I'm used to, so I want to see how I do with this particular applicator. Also, I'm trying to get better at doing a winged eyeliner, and I figure brown is a good alternative than just doing matte black. And but yeah, I just think with my eyes and just also the look I'm going for, the brown eyeliner will be really, really cool. And then the other one is new, and got this in Baddest Black, because I don't think they have it in, I don't think they have this in brown just yet, but I did get this in Baddest Black. It is the NYX Jumbo Lash 2-in-1 Liner and Lash Adhesive. Now, I did not get the lashes, I just got the liner. Now, I'm not really one to wear lashes, and every time I did, I used like the duo glue, and unfortunately that I don't have that anymore. And I wanted to try the liner lash to see if it's one easier and I'll be able to maybe wear lashes more for going out or photo shoots, just to, you know, just to add a little bit more oomph to my eyes. And funny enough, I didn't wear lashes on my wedding day. And it was a shock to everybody because I think my makeup artist was asking, oh, do you want lashes? The other makeup artist was asking, do you want lashes? I was like, no, it's fine. And so I ended up just not wearing lashes, but I want to try to see if one, I can get better at them, you know, practice, you know, makes improvement. And I just wanted to also try out to see if that's better than trying to do the glue. Anyways, so I'm actually going to go in and use this Epic ink liner, and I'm going to attempt a cat eye. It's a very, very small brush applicator, which is nice, but definitely picks up like a lot of product. So this will be interesting. Wow, I feel like that went on really well, but I think I coated my eyelashes. I feel like I can't get the cleanest line, but wow, it's definitely opaque. Definitely defined it on the eyes. Okay, here we go. Not my best work, but definitely keep hitting my eyelashes, which I don't typically do. But this brown is like very, 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 very dark. Well, it escalated quickly. Yeah, let me know what you think. I definitely really like it. I feel like it's pretty easy to use, and they definitely dry down dries down pretty quickly. I definitely need to get used to like the brush, because like up close I feel like it's not the cleanest, but you know, I'm still learning and I'm still figuring it out. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and see how that goes. Okay, so here is the wing all done. It's not like my best, and what I kept finding is that I kept hitting my eyelashes and then like ended up coating them with like eyeliner, but honestly not like a bad attempt, at least in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a winged eyeliner like expert, but I feel like the brush is definitely something to get used to, but I felt like the formula was nice, and then it's really brown. I know on camera it looks very black, but honestly, I really like it. I think it just takes practice, just like with anything. And yeah, I really like it. I think it's not bad for like a first attempt. Okay, moving on to the other eyeliner. I am going to attempt to just go over that line. Not like all the way out with the wing, but just go over where the lashes will be. So it says to shake well. Apparently it's waterproof, can last up to 24 hours. And then it says to add hour lash. Now I don't have NYX lashes, but I'm gonna try and see if they will work on other lashes. And if they end up not working, well then I know why, because maybe I need to try it with the other lash. Definitely a felt tip. It's not like the brush we were just using. It also feels like a little cooling. It also feels like I'm putting on a marker on my lash. Now I'm going to go in and use the Ardell Naked Lashes, the 422s, and see if I can get this lash to stick. Whoa. Also, these might be like on their last leg as well, so that's why I don't mind trying it. These aren't really sticking, so it does feel like sticky and tacky. Okay, so I just tried putting on those lashes probably for the past like 10 minutes and it did not work. So I will need to get the NYX lashes to see if that actually works. which is unfortunate because I feel like not everyone is gonna have the NYX lashes, one, and then two, maybe not everyone's gonna like the NYX style lashes. I get the marketing tactics like, okay, if you wanna use this liner, you gotta use our lashes with it, and that's how it'll work. But I feel like if it's a liner and lash adhesive, then it should be able to glue to other lashes. Now, however, it could be that the Ardell lashes that I have are just way too old and I need to try with just a fresh pair of lashes. It could be that. I'm gonna keep trying and I'm gonna keep testing it out, and I'll of course will let you know my thoughts in the future. I have already put on mascara. I use the Tarte 4-in-1 Lights Camera Lashes mascara. It's like the mini that I got as like a sample. Been just using it to use it up. And then I also have the ColourPop Honey Dude Cream Gel Liner, and I have that in the waterline. But yeah, I'm kind of getting used to the wings because I'm not used to having like wings. But I'm really liking how it looks, and I like the brown, and honestly, I'm gonna just keep testing it out. I did notice that when I got the fact that I got a crap ton of like the liner onto my mascara, definitely made my lashes very spidery. I don't know if you can tell, and it's just clumpy. So I just have to maybe figure out a technique where I don't, and also make sure the brush doesn't have a lot of product on there, as well as a technique where I don't get the product onto my lashes. So that's a user error. That's not on the product, that's just me. But again, I'll keep testing it out and hopefully get better at wings. I know this wings doesn't look too bad. I don't know, we'll see. Like, I feel like it's not the right angle, but oh well. Anyways, moving on. Okay, moving on to lips. Now, I have a ton of NYX lip products. I have a ton of their different liners, as well as I do have a lipstick and a lip gloss. Now, the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee is one of my absolute favorites. I already have a backup of this. My favorite everyday like liner I like to use is the NYX Slide On Glide On in the Nude Suede Shoes shade, which is a great like just mauve-y neutral everyday tone. I'm losing light here, which is probably why the lighting is getting really bad, but I'm hurrying. Anyways, and then I also have the Suede matte lip liners in the shade Orange County and Cold Brew, and then I also have the Slide On Glide On in Summer Tease. Now for today's look, I'm actually going to go a little bit bolder, and I'm going to use the lip liner in the shade Cold Brewed. I'm going to use the Suede matte lip liner in the shade Cold Brew, like the coffee, and it's just this really cool chocolate brown. And then I'm going to pair it with the Suede matte lipstick in the shade also. Oh, this is vintage? I needed Cold Brew. Hold on. Okay, so I thought I bought the shade Cold Brewed, but I did not. But I'm going to go in with the lip liner in Cold Brew and line my lips. Okay, so that's them all filled in, and then I'm actually going to go into the shade Vintage. This is almost the exact same color as Cold Brew, but this one has like a little bit more of a red tone to it, which I thought would be fine with the blush. It kind of ties everything together. Definitely a different kind of look for me, for sure, but okay, so here is the final look of doing a full face of NYX Cosmetics, and I am going to zoom you guys out and let you know my thoughts. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this look. I guess I can go through and do like some winners and some losers. So let's end on a positive note. So I'll start with the losers. So this NYX liner and lash adhesive, I'm not really happy with it. The fact that I couldn't like get the lashes to stick, and I feel like this should be able to stick to any lash and not have to get the NYX lashes. I understand the marketing aspect of it, where you want to get people to buy the NYX lashes in order for them to use this, because it does feel very easy to use, and I felt like it was sticky, and the fact it was black, you know, it's opaque as you can see, and but I just feel like you should be able to use other lashes with this, but I'm gonna have to test it more and we'll see. But for right now, like no bueno for, I guess this is, but it isn't like a fail, but the Plump Right Back, I need to see more. I feel like now with like my face being powdered down, I don't feel like it's super tacky or anything, so that's a plus. However, I'm not sure if this is good for my particular makeup style and what I look for in a primer. So I'm not 100% sure, but do I think this is a terrible product? No, I feel like it definitely pumped my skin right back up. It definitely looked hydrated, had a little bit of a glow, at least on my skin. And I think that's why I'm having it at the bottom, because I'm not 100% sure if this would work for me. I will need to, I guess, try to get it into my daily routine and see how I feel about it. And then the other one, so this is like middle of the row, and this is honestly only because of the shade, which is the blush stick. Honestly, I think the colors are really pretty. They're kind of still on my hand, and they blend out really, really well. Is it my favorite product of the day? No, it's in second place of favorite of the new products, but as you can see, as they blend out, they look really nice. And as you can see on my skin, it doesn't look bad and it doesn't look like it's too much. So I think it's one of the things you have to be strategic and work with the product to make sure it works for your skin tone. But I think my cheeks look really good. I feel like I look really flush. I feel like it works well with the whole makeup look. I feel like my whole face looks balanced, and I really like that, and I'm really about that, you know, proportion, balance, and I don't know, I do love how my makeup turned out, but this is not the favorite product of the day. The Mineral, so the NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder, I really like this. I like how my skin looks. I feel like it's very airbrushed. I feel like this is gonna be a go-to for like photo shoots for me, because I feel like my base and skin look flawless. I know this is not the best lighting, but I'm working with what I got. But it definitely, you can see on this side where you get more of the natural light, is I feel like my face looks flawless, but I don't feel like I look too matte or like dead, or like I don't feel like I'm gonna end up looking cakey. My skin feels nice and soft. Like I don't feel like the, you know, makeup's gonna rub off. I don't feel like tackiness, but I just feel like my makeup looks set, and then like my skin looks good. It still looks skin-like in my opinion. It definitely looks a little bit more matte than I'm used to, so that is gonna be something I have to figure out. But I feel like overall, I think the product is really good, and I think it works really well for my skin for what I was going for today. But I will be testing it out more, and I will let you know my thoughts in the future. But that's first impressions. The number one product of today, I'm pretty sure you can guess, was the NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Mascara. I mean, you saw how quickly my brows were filled in. They were up, and they feel like they're not gonna move, which I'm completely fine with. I don't have like the surprise look on my face, but I can feel like they're gonna stay kind of like the NYX Brow Glue, but there's some tint to it, so it took less time than if like I did the NYX Brow Glue and then I have to fill it in. Or, you know what, the other thing I'm wanting to do is I fill it in with I wanna test out like the order that I do my brows, and I know some people do the brow mascara first and then they fill it in just to kind of touch everything up and balance everything out, as well as putting the pen to bring in the strokes. Or I've seen it where they do the pen and the pencil, and then they put the brow mascara in to like kind of bring it all together. So I want to test it out more, but so far this is my number one product for today. Highly recommend so far, just based off of my first impression. Now I'm not going to be able to wear this throughout the day because it is already 6:15, so I'm not gonna be able to wear this like for a full day, but I will let you know my thoughts in a future speed reviews, and also just throughout with vlogs and testing them, and you'll see it in action, I'm sure. But I am really happy that I purchased this. I'm very excited about it. It's a ton of product. It's 0.23 fluid ounces, and I don't think I used that much because I brushed off a lot. The wand was great. I don't think it was too big. I mean, A+ right now so far, first impression. And I just, that, like you saw on my face, like it shocked me just how easy and quick that was. Now my thoughts on my other products that I already have, like the NYX concealer. I really like it. I like the formula of it. I feel like it blends really easily. It covers really easily. Like you can see obviously that's there. I mean that mountain isn't going to be hidden really easily. So but it toned down the redness and covered it. My dark circles I feel like were covered, and like everything was smoothed out. I don't feel like it's cakey. I don't feel like it creases really easily. This is, you know, I can see why this is a lot of people's holy grails, and it's turning into one of mine for sure. Now the Wonder Stick and the bronzer and highlighter duo, this one, I really love the bronzer side. I feel like it sculpted my face really well. Now I feel like today the blush has definitely overpowered all of that, but I feel like everything looks really blended and I feel sculpted, and I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's some warmth and life to my skin, so I really like it. The highlighter, it's just one of those things, it's kind of finicky, so I have to kind of work with it and figure out a way that works for me, but that's just me. So love the bronzer, highlighter. The NYX Epic Wear waterproof. Now I can't confirm if this is waterproof or not. I'm not the best at wings, so, you know, obviously don't take the, you know, fact that how my wings look now are not the exact best, but I think that I feel like, me being an absolute beginner, never used this kind of pen or brush before, I feel like they look pretty good for not having to use, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they look really good. The brown was very opaque and it was very dark, and it was really easy to use. I like the fact that it's a long wand so that you really feel like you are being an artist and painting your face, that's how I see makeup. It's just an art form to me, and it is like you are creating some artwork on a face, and to me I think it looks really good. It definitely needs some practice of making sure it doesn't really, the product doesn't really get on my lashes, because it does affect the mascara, or if I do get it on the lashes, wipe it off right away. I made the mistake and didn't do that. So I really like it. I like the fact that it's brown, so it's gonna be different, and also just a great way to, but I didn't think it'd be this dark, but it's a great way for practicing some wings. And I think it just, for me, it's just branching out and trying different styles, and also trying different ways of applying things. So that's just, you know, me. And then, so first impression is I give it like a B, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep testing it out and using it, hopefully getting better at wings. That's the goal here. That is it for the new stuff. You know, the lips, I love NYX lip products. They're one of my favorites. They're, you know, some of them, like the liners, some of the liners and the lip gloss, I definitely reach for on a daily basis. This is definitely a color that is like not reached for a whole lot, but with fall coming up, I'm definitely wanting to branch out. Like I feel like this like chocolate warm brown color would be really pretty for fall, and I don't know, it's just, I'm wanting to be bolder, and I feel like this is a really cool look. Chocolate brown has been like a color for me that I just keep getting drawn to for whatever reason, both clothing. I mean, I'm wearing like a white tank with chocolate brown in it. I don't know, it's drawing me in for some reason, and including in makeup and stuff. So that's why I wanted to create this whole full-on brown look. Now I don't have like brown blush on, but you know, I was inspired by it and I really like it. Their lipsticks are very comfortable. They're suede matte ones. I don't have any complaints about it. And let's see, do any of my teeth? Nope, don't have any of my teeth, and it doesn't bleed a whole lot. I definitely want to get the cold brew so I can get that true brown. This is definitely more of like a reddish brown, but yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts on all these new products that I've got from NYX, as well as some others that I've been testing out. Let me know your thoughts down below if you have tried any of these products and what your experience is, and hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe for new videos every single week. I do have some exciting videos coming that I'm really excited about, so please subscribe and stay tuned. I do plan on doing a speed reviews soon, so you'll know my full rounded thoughts on some products, some of these products, as well as others that I have been testing. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.